Hello, everybody from around the world. This is Samson Li coming to you from Los Angeles, California. Hello, everybody out there. I was just checking the contact list. We have people logging in from all over North America and Asia, such as Malaysia, Singapore, Hong Kong, Taiwan. We have USA, Canada. Welcome, everybody. And there are going to be more and more people logging on. So welcome to the webinar today. Every Thursday, U.S. time or Friday morning in Asia, we do a training for our business. So first, I want to congratulate all of you that you show up, because showing up, it is part of success, right? Somebody told me a long time ago that was the case. If you show up, you're 50% of the way there. Now, today, I get a chance to do this webinar all by myself. So I figure, well, what am I going to do? I can do anything I want. So today I dug out a few very interesting PowerPoints I've done in this past 12 years. And it's often that what we do, how we get training across is through stories. And so what I have done is I put a few things together, line it up to create a story, to create a narrative that all of you can follow, and hopefully it will provoke some of your thoughts and feelings that it can help you to move the business forward. Okay, so great to have everybody here. So what I'm going to do is, well, before I start, let me put it this way. Today I'm going to talk about leadership, and that was what was blasted out. But in leadership, I think in leadership, what the most important thing, if you never had your own business before, what I would say is about leadership. First, leadership has nothing to do with making money. Okay, leadership, it's about leading people. It's about having people come together where to move in the same direction for a common cause, and whatever that is. So it's actually very different than making money. So I want to get it out there. So leadership has nothing to do with production, but with good leadership, you can build a big organization. You can build a big movement that's beyond making money. And if you look back in history, some of the most amazing stories of success of organizations, of cities or countries, or a lot of it has nothing to do with money, but with good leadership. People who had a vision, who led the way and created something amazing for the benefit of humankind. So that seems quite a big subject today, but I'm gonna go ahead and kind of ease all of you into it in a way where hopefully it will get you thinking. Okay, so let me go ahead and share my screen. All right, so one of the things that hold on, one of the things that when we start ourselves on a journey to create success, to create the life that we want, it's all about perspective. It's how you look at things. So this idea of looking through the looking glass, that's actually how we look at life. And this glass is quite often filtered. It maybe is tinted, maybe it's different color, maybe affected by our past or people around us, or maybe society. It changes the way, it creates a way where the way we look at things skewed in a manner where we cannot see things clearly. And in a way, it's also how we make judgments and decisions. We make judgment and decisions based on what? Based on what we've been through in life, what our experiences, right? Or what we have learned, right? Or maybe through good times and bad times, whatever it is, maybe school, parents, just going through life. So we look at things through this tinted glass. And one thing is, though, not everybody look at the same thing the same way. That's how it is. So perspective is very important. If you think about perspective, right? In a theater, in the big theater, there might be, a few hundred seats. The perspective of every single seat is different because it's different angles, right? And maybe, beside, if you're going to go watch a movie, the way you watch the movie is different. The way you hear the movie is different. And if it's one of those 4D things where even the chair vibrates, you might even feel differently. Okay. So perspective is very important. Like, I remember when I first met Kim Hui, uh, I saw her, fast talking, but always smiling, always positive, but very strong, very sharp. And when she told me about Janessa, I was thinking, you know what? Who am I to judge an opportunity? She's already a multimillionaire, so she probably have a different perspective than me. Sometimes it can be that simple. I was fortunate to make the decision at that point to say that, you know what, maybe she knows what she's talking about. She definitely knows better than me. She's the millionaire, I'm not, right? And I had gotten to that point actually previously through a class that says we can be either right or we can be rich. Which one do you want? So perspective is very important. So one of the ways, let's say, like, if you're on this journey to build a business for yourself, if you have a big vision, well, if you've never done it before, I would suggest that it's a lot easier to work with people who have done that, or along the way that's ahead of you, so they can guide you and tell you exactly. And the thing is this, again, it goes back to that saying, you can be right or you can be rich. Okay. And I want to share with you my story of what happened, because I met Kim in 2006 in a different opportunity. I saw her working hard. We have meetings all the time and people are excited, and then after the meeting, everybody disappeared. So I didn't really understand how to build a business. I just, you know, got out of the furniture business, a retail business where you see, hear, touch, smell, etc. And that's just selling furniture and having 3 stores. Lost a lot of money in that, but I still had that habit or mentality of looking at things that I need to feel it and touch it. So how to, just do meetings, to talk to influence people, to make the different decisions, and then somehow, can make money doing that. I wasn't too clear because I couldn't see it, right? It wasn't like a retail store. So my perspective at that time, even though it was the same business, it was very different than Kim's. Well, over the years, I start observe and learn a bit more to realize, you know what, it's totally completely different than I had previously thought. So again, I would suggest that if success is what you want, if you have a certain goal you want to achieve, you got to lift that tinted glass, that the color shade that you have on, to try to see it more clearly, more neutral, without judgment, and then listen carefully and openly in your mind about how to look at opportunity or look at how to do things a certain way. Now, one thing that, the people that we have on the webinar in our team, the global team, to teach when we train, is that we only put people who are proven, who have some kind of success, that they can share what they have done. For me, I never teach anything I have not done. That for me, it has to be proven myself. And so, because part of learning, well, it's always a process of learning, and there's many different ways to learning. So one thing is, you know what, at the end of the day, if you want to lead a big organization, well, you're only a leader if you have followers, right? So if you don't have followers, you're just taking a walk. Okay. So, but part of leading is letting people know what your value are. What do you represent? Okay. Like how you think, how you feel, what is your vision, what gets you excited, why is it so important to you? They want to know your story, and stories create values. Okay. Like, for example, for me, I have been a business owner for pretty much all my life. I started real estate, then I got into retail business, and then lost money doing that, went into the auction business, and then now, pretty much a global entrepreneur. Okay. And now, if you had asked me 30 years ago, was 20, just getting out of college, hey, Samson, someday you'll be like traveling the world, speaking to thousands and thousands of people, I say, it's so far away from me. I mean, it won't make any sense to me. I say, no way, no way it would happen to me. No way I would do that. Why would I do that? And it was I was, just young, and had very little understanding of what life is really about and what life can provide, because the universe is abundant. So, but so I just went out and do it. But I was the kind of guy who just went to do things, very, black and white, work hard. We all think that would help us be successful. But working hard is definitely part of it. But one of the most important thing is plan with the end in mind, like know where you want to be, and what you need to do to get there. And a lot of that, the shortcut, if all of you are looking for shortcut, is to work with people again who have done it, who can mentor you or coach you to guide you step by step. And now on a different level is that, once you've gone it, once you're doing it, you will know it. It's not about believing anymore. You would know that it's true, what is possible. And then also you also feel it, so it becomes in you. It's like a new set of clothes that you put on that you don't take off ever, because success is an inside job. Your brand, what you represent as a leader, why would people follow you? It's about your story and your values. What drives you, that can, and what you can express that can create and inspire uh, different things in different people, so that they will strive for the same thing. Well, experience you give to other people is very important. So how you interact as a leader is very important. But of course, first you lead yourself, and then naturally other people gravitate to you, and then you can show them what you have done. So the experience is very important. That in the experience that you give is very touchy feely, I guess, in a way that nowadays, I think it's more important than ever that fellowship, spending time with people, how you present yourself, how you treat other people, treat others as you want to be treated. Representing a company that's done $1 billion, $8 billion in business. I think those are very important points, and you can kind of think about the experience that you will give as a leader to your team and other people. That will define you. We are only known by reputation. So the experience that we ultimately want to give is a winning experience to others. So it's about dressing up, representing. It's how you carry yourself, your demeanor. It's how you talk and what you talk about. Are you like the person selling vegetables at the farmer's market, or are you like the professional who looks like a professional, dressed like a professional, and talks like a professional? It's all up to you. And but here's the thing: I'm not saying one way is better than the other. What I have learned is actually we got to wear different hats and be different people at different times to different people. That's how it is. Because part of it is leadership. It is about relating, and that's about empathy, empathizing the people on your team so that you can understand what they're really going through. Now, if you have gone through it, then you know what they're going through. You can empathize with them, you can relate to them, and you can advise them what you have done or other people have done in the same situation, that so it could be different. You want to give that winning experience in all aspects of what you do in the business, um, because that will bring together people. It's like your hand. If we say a very simple analogy, if we want to be strong, the 5 fingers apart is not very strong, right? If you close it into a fist, unite it, that is very strong. That is very powerful. That creates a lot of energy, synergy, excitement, creativity, strategic, smarts, to overcome many things. So that the winning leadership is very important to represent. So the easiest way again is to come together as people, as a group, as an organization. You want to be, as a leader, you want to create leaders. It's not about how big your organization is or how much sales you get. You want to create more leaders in your group. True leaders, they don't win. They win by creating leaders. It's a little bit more sophisticated than that. And the thing is this, look, in life, I'm talking about not just our business, but in life, you know, if you feel that your life is very bland, very black and white, or maybe you're up against something, well, you got to make sure you dream in color, wake up. You got to have more drive than just, if you want to be successful, you got to have more drive than what you have now. Okay. And I would tell you for a fact that the successful you will be a different person than who you are today. That is a fact. So, and one of my points to this slide is this: many of us don't believe it's for us. Many of us don't believe that we can do it. We can tiptoe a little bit, try a little bit, but unless you jump in, not with both feet, but all out attitude, all out physical, all out effort, whatever you need to do, okay, to be successful, to get it done. If you have a goal, if you want to, talk to 50 people today, you know what? Don't say it, do it. And don't stop until you do it. You know what you'll find? You'll find that you can do it, but only if you stick to it and go through it. It's like one of the most simple things, for example, that in the military that they do in the morning is to make your bed, right? So why make your bed? Well, once you make your bed, you have started to accomplish the first thing you're going to do that day, all right? And success is a series of accomplishments. So in life, look, if you want to taste the freedom, the excitement, in terms of the money, the success, you got to go and make it colorful. You got to make it fun. You got to make it crazy. Jump out of your comfort zone. You got to do things you've never done before, because like Einstein said, insanity is doing the same thing over and over again, expecting a different result. So if you're not getting the result, stop what you're doing. Go back and look at what you've done. Talk to your sponsor or upline leader or mentor or coach and see how you can change the way you're doing things. Because again, don't expect different results by doing the same things. So one of the most successful habits that successful people do is to get feedback on how they are doing. So this is a very strong point for you. Look, dreaming is very important because having a vision is very important. And sometimes it's like a leap of faith. You know what? You have that dream. You don't know how you're going to get there. Let's say, you want to live a life of freedom. You want to have the resources to have the things you want, to provide for the family, to travel the world, to do a lot of charities, to help other people. You want to have the time to do the things you want, wherever you want, and how you want to do it. You want to have time and resource. So it is like a leap of faith. It is what it is. Nobody can predict your future, but what you can do is like a GPS. You input your destination, and then also input where you are today, your current location. And then the GPS within a successful group will guide you step by step. It might not always be the same every time, your path, but for sure, as a group, people get there. If you want to be a strong leader, have a big group, be a part of a group of leaders. That's the easiest way. Okay, so that's pretty much a shortcut to that. Now, in terms of leadership, the first person is about leading yourself, right? So one of the things I want to talk about is your journey. People have different journeys. Your journey is very important. One of the most amazing things that I enjoy in this business, and I don't think in any other industry you can enjoy, is your journey, my journey, your journey, and everybody else's journey. The joy of seeing somebody starting in the business, working their butt off, learning, really down, unlearning and relearning, and moving forward faster and faster and faster, seeing their breakthroughs. seeing their success, seeing the change in their life, seeing the change in the life of their kids, the whole family. That is gold. Is worth more than just money. Okay, look, in this journey, we're all seekers. We're all looking for something, right? Some people, are in this business because they're sick and tired of being sick and tired of what they're doing. They realize that, Einstein was right. Doing the same thing every day does not get you a different result. And now that is crazy, right? So instead, they want to do something different now. Of course, in life, it's very common in society that people talk about risk and reward, right? So, but the thing is this: instead of, I would suggest that instead of looking at risk and reward, it's more important to look at where you want to be, your destination. Okay, so you're actually, when you work something, it needs to be that vehicle, it needs to be that platform, it needs to be that business that would take you to your destination. So we're all seekers. We're all seekers, and that's how it is. We're all looking for something. And on this journey, it is a hero's journey. And there's a amazing a writer, Joseph Campbell. He analyzed thousands and thousands of stories around the world, from current stories to ancient stories. You know what? They all have a very similar theme, and he put this idea called the hero's journey. Look, most of us, when we start, we're at the very top. Number one, we live in a very ordinary world. And maybe, in life, people say that, your chance to change your life, your opportunity might only come 2 or 3 times in your lifetime. If you don't take it, you don't recognize it, you're going to miss it, you're going to lose it. And you just continue in your ordinary life in the ordinary world. Well, these opportunities, it's a call to adventure. You know what? Hey, here's something, that you can do that's different. Maybe it could be positive or maybe even negative. Okay, things happen to you that you need to do, you're forced to do. Okay, maybe you got laid off and you're forced to change your career path and do something else. Or maybe it's just that you're doing okay and your friend share with you about the business, okay, and the opportunity. So most of the time, people will be like, I don't know if it's for me. You know what? I cannot do it. I'm not ready for it. It's not the right time. They have all kinds of excuses. But maybe during this time, the decision time, they meet somebody who can help them, a mentor, a guide, an advisor, who can bring them to the next level. So, you know what? Doing it together, or maybe through some trials and tribulation, many tests, you decide to, what, just jump in. You decide to jump in and give it a shot, and you will be tested. You'll find allies, you'll find enemies who will, in our business, we call people who encourage you, who embrace you, and to reach for your dream. Or you also find people who are dream stealers, right? They say, it's not for you. Who are you to say? You're not a millionaire yet. Call me when you're a millionaire. Those people, right? So you know what? Those people are not important. Your enemies, the allies, even more important. But through the tests, through the journey, you will start to look within. And number 7 at the bottom is about approaching an innermost cave that's looking within. Maybe you'll find something inside you that will break through. And this is, as you can see on this chart, it's called initiation. You're being initiated in your journey to be the hero, to be the successful person, to be an agent of change for yourself and your family. This is the initiation. So when you have to look within, deep in your own cave, and really grab onto what, and ask yourself and find out what you are really made of. And maybe through this ordeal, there is an ordeal or ordeal, a big test, is maybe good against evil, maybe about fear versus love, and maybe it's about pleasure or pain, whatever it is that I'm not sure if I can do it. But through death, you could have rebirth. All right. I mean, through the hardest times, the darkest times, you realize that, you know what, there is a light somewhere. Without the dark, you don't know the light, right? So there is that ordeal to go through. And and if you break through, you stick with it and you push through all out, and you can get the reward. Okay, whatever the prize is. All right, seizing the force. But after that you'll be, after that you say, hey, I did it. I'll be happy home. What this reminds me of is like the Lord of the Rings or the Hobbit, right? The three films called the Hobbit, about this little hobbit that, he's just ordinary life, very happy. All of a sudden he's on this adventure, and then at the end he was very successful doing what he was doing, and he went home and just sat in his front porch and look at the sun setting and be happy. So in a way, um, this is the initiation. In during the stage of return, you come back to where you started, in a way, or recognizing your journey, looking back through your journey, that you can see what you have done right, what you've done wrong, what you have learned, how you have changed. And through the experience, the initiation, one thing is, look, we all make mistakes in life. We all make mistakes in business. We all get rejected anyway. But we also have our successes, right? You might get, out of 10, you share with 10 people, you might get 8 rejections, but 2 would be very happy and say, yes, give it a shot. Well, that is the resurrection. That is the return. Once you look at your past, turning that experience to wisdom, that's what's called the return with the elixir. Elixir of what? Elixir of accomplishing something and gaining what you never knew you had, the things you dug out in the cave, knowing what you're made of. Okay, now that's quite philosophical talk right now. I didn't finish the whole Joseph Campbell book about the hero's journey, but that's my interpretation of it for all of you, because it is like climbing a mountain. At the beginning, you're trying to bridge where you are today versus that dream or pie in the sky or the moon, right? Well, don't worry. You just got to keep climbing. If you do it one after another, and this is about leading yourself. But if you're in a group, you can definitely lead other people or take turns leading. That's how leadership works. So as you move up and climb on this journey, look, like Les Brown said, you can shoot for the moon. And if you miss, it's okay. At least you land among the stars. Okay, so it is a hero's journey. So you got to plug it all the time to people who can give you more ideas, who mentor and coach and get the feedback. Be inspired. I mean, be inspired. Not only looking for inspiration, but be in that state of inspiration, that excitement, that creativity, that open-mindedness. Invest in yourself always. And you know what you'll find? You'll find this business is way more than just, sharing products, sharing opportunities, signing up people, because it's much more than that. It is about life. I remember in 2006 when I first got into the industry, I just want to make some money, right? I was working as an auctioneer part-time, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 days a week the most. But so I had a lot of time and I just wanted to make some extra money. So every time I, sell a package, people sign up as a customer or distributor, I make money, right? So but I didn't realize that I needed to change to invest in myself. I was not inspired yet. I was just, kind of just observing. I was working the business, but I didn't make as much as Kim or other people. But I was observing. I did not invest in myself at that point to grow yet. It didn't hit me hard enough yet, because I was making money at the auction, but it was more like jobs. It was my own business, but as an auctioneer, I get paid by the job, trading time for money. So a lot of it, a lot of reasons why I did not make money in the first opportunity with Kim was that I did not invest in myself. I saw other people do it. I had no idea what's going on. It's funny because, later I've heard, Kim talk about, there's some people, you know, who know what's going on. There's some people who don't, just don't want it. There's some people want it. There's some people who don't want it. And there are people who just don't know what's going on. That was me. So that's kind of how it is. But you know what? If you're inspired, invest yourself, you will automatically inspire other people, and they will invest and lead them to invest in themselves. Okay, so it's very important. I think one of the most important investment we make in our business is our time with people. That time is very precious. Okay. What I mean is, imagine now, might not be all of you yet, but what if someday you are making millions in the industry? I don't care with the company now or other company, it doesn't matter. But you're making money, all right? And we're so used to calculating time versus money, right? How much are we worth per hour, right? Well, what I found is that when we invest in other people our time, that investment is priceless. Time is time priceless itself because you can never get it back. So be wise how to use your time, invest in the right people, and invest, full on, like all in other people, because that will build naturally leadership within your team, that closeness, the bonding, etc. So we want to invest in ourselves. We want to grow. There's something called the cone of learning. So those of you, you've heard me talk about this before. You might as well just take a screenshot, right? So in this business, here's the thing: if you want to be successful, you got to go do more rather than listen more. You got to do more than you listen. You got to do more than watching. So that's actually where it is. When I saw the cone of learning um, from this professor from Professor Dale in 1969. I was like, wow, I see the light here. Through his research, you can see the process here where reading and hearing words and looking at pictures, you might learn 10, 20, 30%. Watching a movie, right? You get a more immersive, more time spending in it. Look at exhibit, watching a demonstration live, right? Watching it or seeing it done on location, you might learn 50%. But these are what is called passive learning. The greatest growth is from active learning. So the doing, right? Such as participating in a discussion, giving a talk, because you have to prepare to give a talk. Then maybe you're doing a dramatic presentation where you're kind of on the edge and maybe you never talked in front of people before, but you're doing it as a challenge to yourself. Or so you have to prepare for it. Or maybe you're in a stimulating the real experience. Like maybe you want to bungee jump, and besides putting on a harness, you step away from doing the real thing, just jump off. Okay. Well, to really know that you can do it, like for example, bungee jump, you got to just jump, right? Instead of just thinking about jumping, right? So you got doing the real thing, you actually learn what you do in bungee jump, for example, and how it feels to be dangling there and bouncing up and down. And then what happens afterward, you stop, and how does it feel? The adrenaline and the feeling that you get after doing it. So the cone of learning is one of the things that when I saw it, it reminds me, we all got to do more. And that's how we can grow and learn and make more money at the end of the day. So a lot of times being a leader, look, you want to, success is no one person can be by themselves. So I take it from, this very wise sage, his name is Rumi. He said, very little grows on jagged rock. Be grounded, be crumble. So wildflowers will come up where you are. That's very wise word. So look, if you're rough and you're hard, nothing will grow around you, right? But if you're grounded into the soil, be crumble, be humble, crumble and humble. So wildflowers can come up where you are. If you're malleable, if you're flexible, if you know your spot, because again, being humble is very important. Be humble, but not timid. Okay. So, but other people around you, they will sprout out like wildflowers, pretty, smell great, very colorful. It makes the whole experience doing the business or your journey in life much more rewarding than that. At the end of the day, look, one thing about a leader is that you're trying to have people move in the same direction. So there's a saying, you know what? Out beyond ideas of wrongdoing and right doing, there's a field. I will meet you there. It's also by Rumi. And what it means is very simple. Look, we all live on this earth And in organizations, there's different personalities, different people type. But the whole point is, you know what? We all want to move in the same direction. That's what you want as a leader. That's what you want as a group. So there's less drama, more synergy, faster, right? We want to work with people that we can get along with. That's the best business ever, right? So in a way, now that talks a lot about leadership because it is about your leadership, how you lead yourself, and what you need to do to grow as a leader, to see more, to have a bigger vision, to expand it. If we don't grow, if we don't realize that we need change, we would never be able to teach other people, coach other people, mentor other people to grow and change themselves. So it's all about leading by example. I mean, that's the easiest way to lead, right? So I would say that maybe now I'm going to share another PowerPoint um, that I have done in the past about a certain subject. It's very important um, to leadership. It's called integrity. But this integrity, it's the idea of being whole, right? It's the idea of according to Cambridge Dictionary, right? The quality of being whole and complete, all right? Integrity uh, for yourself. Uh, it's not about the team coming together, but for yourself. And what I mean is this: I'm going to share it this way because a lot of people know about Michael Jordan. Okay, now Michael Jordan can be considered as the best basketball player ever, right? So he said many interesting things, and obviously nobody can match his mental. Like, okay, so in NBA, in basketball, these players have gone through a system from young to club to high school to college. Best of the best, they come play in the NBA. So everybody is an elite athlete. When you're among so many elite, how can you be so much considered to be so much better than the others? And how can he win so many championships? Because he cannot do it by himself in a team sport, right? So he says many things. He says obstacles don't have to stop you. If you run to a wall, don't turn around and give up. Figure out how to climb it, go through it, or work around it. And that's part of leadership. That's if you think like that, you will never give up because you will always figure it out. And part of figuring it out is feedback with the team, with others, so that you can get a better strategy, easier way to make things work. What he said is, I can accept failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't accept not trying. This is very powerful. I want to explain it this way. It's not only what he says, it's how he said it. Okay. He says he cannot accept failure. You know what? By that, for him, that is a fact for him. He accepts that as a fact for him. That's the way he is, and there's no other way around it. That's how he wants to be. That's how he, quote unquote, is. His being. Michael Jordan never ever accepts failure. Everyone fails at something, but I can't. I can't accept not trying. That means he's always open. He's always trying, no matter what. He will battle to the end, and he will fight until he has no more strength in him. Always trying. Now, next thing he says, some people want it to happen. Some wish it would happen. Others make it happen. So taking action, making it happen is what it's about. If you want to win, for yourself and for your team, you have to expect things of yourself before you can do them. So you got to set your own expectation first. You got to have some kind of standard, right? Now, given that, it's not this sentence is not by itself. You cannot live uh, on this sentence by itself. You have to go back to what he said about I can't accept not trying. Then you have a saying. Then he said you have to expect things of yourself before you can do them. So if you have certain expectation and also you prepare, not always trying, then you can accomplish it. Then you can do it. Okay. He said, my attitude is that if you push me towards something that you think it is a weakness, then I will turn that perceived weakness into a strength. You know what? It's a, his attitude is, he is up to the challenge. It doesn't matter who challenge him. He will turn his weaknesses into a strength. That is one of the most powerful statements all of you can learn and to internalize, because you think you have weakness, but you can turn it into strength. So how to do that? One of the ways we do it is leverage. Being successful, becoming successful is about knowing yourself. If you know what you're good at, you know what you're not good at, then you know how to borrow other people's ability or other things to make up for what your weakness is. You turn that into strength. When Michael Jordan was playing basketball, he had another teammate called Scottie Pippen. He had another teammate called Dennis Rodman. He had other people also part of the team who were by themselves. The elites of the elites in NBA. So whatever, look, if people are guarding him, gang up on him, he would pass the ball to other people so they can get the ball in the hoop, right? So they can win as a team. So that's how it is. It's about leverage. Is about playing smart, okay? Playing hard and playing smart. For me personally, you can work smart and not hard, but that's not how I am. You got to work smart and work hard, okay? Then he said, one day you might look up and see me playing the game at 50. Don't laugh. Never say never, because limits like fears are often just an illusion. Wow, powerful. He really has that open mind, to be open to the possibilities. See, all of you out there, you think, you know, you think you know who you are, but little do you really know who you can be. Okay, so okay, we always say all the success, all you need for success is you already have it inside you. Okay, so look, most people are run by their fears. Fear is absolutely an illusion. Limits can be an illusion. Okay. So I would say that, unless you let all that go, you won't get ahead. That's how it is. You got to let that go, because, the reality, again, take away that tinted shade. The perspective that you look when you're in your comfort zone, that the possibilities, who say you cannot be sapphire, who say you cannot be ruby, who say you cannot emerald, who say you cannot be diamond or double diamond. You know who say? Only you. Whatever you say, the words I am dot dot dot, I am, these two words are the most powerful words ever, because you pretty much determine your future or determine what the state of your being, saying I am this, I am good, I am bad, I can do it, I cannot do it. You manifest your reality through what you say, literally, by what you think, literally. So be careful how you are. And you look at Michael Jordan. This is how he thinks. Then he said, I've always believed that if you put in the work, the results will come. I remember when I first started at Jeunesse, I quit all my auction business. I burned the bridge, right? So all I can do is do Jeunesse to make money. I budgeted, my living expenses, how much I have to pay rent, how much I have to pay for the car, gas, insurance, food, maybe meet people, etc. So I knew I had to make, a certain 1,500 to 2,000 a month to survive. So my back is against the wall, and all I can say is, you know what? I'm going to go out and talk to people and share and over and over and over and over again. And I'm going to help the people in my team to share and do it over and over and over again. In my heart, I believe whatever energy that I sent out, whatever effort that I put out, it will come back. And it did, bigger than ever. So another thing, the last thing Michael Jordan says on this slide is talent wins game, but teamwork intelligence wins championships. It's like you can fight a battle and win. Yeah. But to win a war, it takes teamwork. and smart and thinking and communication and so many and leadership and so many aspects of it. So, today, I can only share so much. Look, we got to persevere. Michael Jordan said, I've missed more than 9,000 shots in my career. I've lost almost 300 games. 26 times I've been trusted to take the game winning shot and missed. I've failed over and over and over again in my life. And that is why I succeed. That's the fact, people. That's how it is. So whatever, things that happen to you, you thought you failed at it or you did it wrong. Hey, you know what? That's how you are on the right track. If you can learn from that, you are on the right track. And Michael Jordan did that. So a lot of times in leadership, it's very sophisticated. It's a very, very big subject that is very difficult to talk about. People such as Mr. John Maxwell, Simon Sinek, Jack Canfield, Brian Tracy, Tony Robbins, all these gurus in self-development, they talk about leadership. They try to quantify it. In thoughts, in words, maybe in numbers. But again, leadership has nothing to do with production. Isn't it interesting? All right? Has nothing. But you know what? To create a massive organization, massive business, it does take the right leadership. Okay? And it all can be as simple as starting with ourselves. Right? Developing ourselves, doing the things we need to do every day, go the necessary things you need to do in the business, and then always reach out to talk to your sponsor or uplines. Okay, all of you out there, you should have at least 3 phone numbers from who people in your group who are leading you, minimum 3, so that you can reach out to them. And here's the thing, see, in this business, it's all about the ask. Okay, it's about the ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. So, through the years, I've noticed that, I don't want to bother this person. I don't want to bother Kim. I don't want to bother, this person, etc., to ask for help or to get feedback. But you know what? We are here. If you don't ask, there's no bid. All right. There's no reply. That's what it is. Okay. So maybe, for today, how about this? Here we go. Okay. Somebody asked, we can do Q&A now. So, Pokey, okay? They asked, "Hi Samson, could you get this training in free creators, please?" Absolutely, I will. We will. It's being recorded. We'll upload it maybe today, probably tomorrow. So you look for it. But all of you out there, we have people from all the world. You're welcome to do Q&A. If not, I'm just gonna probably keep talking for another few minutes. Okay. This weekend, by the way, we have Jeunesse live event at Jeunesse University in Southern California at Long Beach. So tomorrow and Saturday, and some of the teams on Sunday will keep going. But tomorrow, Saturday, is the main event. So it's very exciting to have a real event finally after the pandemic. So it's very looking forward to see some of you out there. It's very exciting if you can come, bring some people. We're going to see the best of the best. That's how it's going to be. So I look forward, to doing events with a lot of you around the world. The company, still doing events whenever possible. Expo is in September. In regards to promotions, end of July is the end of the incentive trips to the expos. And then August is the end of the promotion for the cash promotion. So this is the time to go boom, 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 as fast as you can, as consistent as you can. Hopefully some of you took screenshots of the Michael Jordan slide, because for me, I've never seen anybody. He's the elite among the elite. He's the best of the best. He created leaders in his team, and they were able to do it. Question from Flower Life. Can a leader fail? Give an example of that. Yeah, absolutely. Leaders can fail. All right. There's many leaders who fail many times before they become successful. In the entrepreneur journey, such as myself. Okay, I'm one of those people who have failed quite a few times at many things in maybe in my business career, also personal life, and that's how it is. That's life. We all make mistakes. The older we get, the more mistakes we make, and and hopefully that we can learn from that and turn it into wisdom, so that we can internalize it. So one thing, in building successfully, I talk about leadership. Where um, to be a successful leader, we must learn from successful people. That's the easiest way. At the same time, within ourselves, we have to look within of how we can do better. Um, Flower of Life, second question. What is the difference between a team leader and a team manager? Good question. Well, leading is very different than managing. Okay. So those of you out there, if you're not, you have a team and you're not producing, you know what that is? You're probably spending too much time trying to manage them. You got to make sure they're organized. You got to make sure, they know the event and all that. Well, it's better. Hopefully you're not the only one doing that in your team. If you are, then you're managing your team. You need to be going out there, blazing the trail, sponsoring more people, expanding your marketing power, sharing more products and opportunity. You need to blaze a trail. Leading, here's the difference. And when I heard Mr. Simon Sinek articulate it, it made a lot of sense. Managers, okay, what is the difference between managing and leading? Managing is where you get people to do something for your benefit. Okay, leading is when you get people to do something for mutual benefit. Okay, there you go. That's the difference. Okay, so leading, you got to, like I said, the easiest way is to lead by example. If you don't do it, how can people learn from you? If you don't do it, how can people trust you? And a lot of that, it is about trust. As a matter of fact, at Jeunesse University, I will be speaking about leadership. It won't be these slides. It'll be another set of slides, and I will talk about that. So, so it's important that we lead the team rather than manage the team. What we want, what we wish from our heart is that everybody who come into Jeunesse can build a business, learn the business, and make money at the business. But not everybody will, and that is the fact. Because along the way, people would drop off due to whatever's happening in life, and that's normal. So, but you as a leader, you got to lead by example. You got to be the inspiration for other people. You got to strive ahead regardless. So don't let anything hold you back. Okay. So now I think, here's another question from Li Ping. Okay. Say, hi, Samson. How do I talk to people that is in biz about leverage and there is a team to support him or her when my uplines are not active or doing anything and there is no proper team to talk of? Okay. So you know what? Here's the thing. You are the leader. Own it. Okay. One of the people that I have spent time with is Mr. Jack Canfield. And people know him because he was in the movie The Secret, okay, and also he is well known for self-development. He started the series called Chicken Soup for the Soul. One of his books one of the first books ever I picked up in self-development is from Jack Canfield. It's called Success Principles. Now, I don't make any money, okay, if you buy his book, okay, don't worry. But the first success principles that he talked about is about taking responsibility for yourself, for your own success. So a lot of times, yes, one thing about this industry is, there are people who drop out and all of a sudden the upline's gone. And that's okay. You know what? Be the leader, keep track of your business. We are here to guide you on the weekly webinar. Look, if nobody's above you, make sure you know how to build a business. How we build a business is event by event, right? Small meeting to big meetings to webinars, etc. Right? On Facebook Live, face to face, on Zoom, etc. On WhatsApp, WeChat, whatever. So the more events you have, the better you will do. So either you leverage, you use the other events, or you pretty much create your own events. And the more events that you have, like every day, I remember when I first started in Jeunesse, I would go work out in the morning, maybe take a quick run, start by Starbucks, and by the time I have my coffee, it's just 8 o'clock or 8:30. And I'm thinking, whoa, what am I going to do today? And then who can I talk to? Where can I go? Now, once I had people working, what I had to do was figure out the night before what I'm going to do tomorrow. What is the plan? My goal was very simple. I need to make money every day. Okay, how am I going to do that? Who am I going to talk to? Who in my team needs help, etc. That will get you started, Li Ping, and hopefully that it give you a little pointer to what to do. It does take time, a lot of self-reflection. Now, if you're like somebody who always want to get better, of course, we always reflect what we did today, right? Actually, my Chinese name, my Chinese name is actually the meaning of it is that I would think about what I did today 3 times every night before I go to bed. Okay, so if you think about what you did every day and what you could improve on, you're only going to get better. And with guidance and directions that we have, and then of course from many other leaders on this platform, you can get there. Okay, but at the end of the day, your success, you got to take responsibility for it. Just know that nobody is going to get you to be successful except for yourself, because everything else we have to do ourselves. But for sure, if you want to be successful, be that successful person. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise, because it doesn't really matter what other people say. Okay. Now, Flower Life says from Katrina, describe a time you took a leadership position where you did not have the title of a leader. Very good. Okay. So in our business, we all started at the bottom. Okay. So I joined September 9, 2009, 09. And what rank was I? My rank was a distributor. All right. At the time, nobody's made money yet. You know what we did? You know what? Hey, how to make money? Well, we need to organize with, the 5 of us, first 5 in the company. We organize we got to talk to people. We got to put a meeting together. We got to promote that meeting, get the people there. Let's share with them the information. So at the time, as a distributor, I was standing with no rank. Just standing in front of the maybe 20, 30 people at a time, or maybe 40, 50 at a time, and doing presentation. That's it. Again, whatever we need to do, we got to do it ourselves. If there's nobody going to do it for us, we got to do it ourselves. It's better that we work together with other people. So thank you for the question. So taking responsibility is very important, and it can be very simple. It's just make a decision, say, you know what? I'm going to take responsibility for my success. And if I can get some help, if I can get some leverage, if I can learn from people, that's even better. That's how it is. Okay. So again, I hope all of you, have got something out of this hour. It's been my pleasure sharing some pretty deep thoughts, I would say, about leadership and what we need to do for ourselves. I would say that, your journey, wherever you are, you're meant to be there. How you keep moving forward? Well, take responsibility for it. Reach out to people who can, who have done it, who are walk the path ahead of you, and get the answers that you need, and get the help that you need, get the information that you need. Okay. So thank you very much, everybody. God bless all of you. Stay safe. And we'll talk soon. Okay. We'll get this webinar on the channel so that you can rewatch it over and over and over again. Okay. So have a good night. Have a good day wherever you are. Stay safe and stay healthy. Take care, everybody. Thank you. Thank you.
If you see something for yourself, get back to the person who shared this video with you. And don't forget to subscribe to the official USGS YouTube channel to receive future videos.